Hello and welcome to a new video. In this video I'm going to review the second stress test of Project Epoch on Saturday with its open invitation for everyone. So let's dive in. Before we start, I had to travel about 700 kilometers through my country to come back home because of real life. But I was able to get back home in time. The stress test was about 1 hour long. I lost about 30 minutes when I arrived at home, but I still was able to record for about 30 more minutes and to try out the stress test. At first, only orcs and trolls were open for character selection in Dorothea, but they changed it up for all classes and areas later on. During this time, I created a troll warlock, because this new class and race combination is awesome, and I jumped into the gameplay. So, not everyone who watches this video knows what Project Epoch is about, so here is a small overview. Project Epoch is a Classic Plus private server, which is in development for a few years now. This server runs on a Wrath of the Lich King 3.3.5 client, but it's tuned down to the Burning Crusade state of World of Warcraft, and it plays in the world of classic vanilla WoW. This means you have the Burning Crusade gameplay and talent trees, but it has changed them for a new playing experience. Every class got customized changes to modernize the playstyle, but they found a great way to keep the spirit of classic World of Warcraft with this. For example, Warlock's curses got changed to Banes and curses, so you can use your elemental debuffs as well as your damaging curses. Every class got some changes like this for nice quality of life and for customized content. Also, they integrated thousands of new quests, new mob and raid mechanics, as well as new raid bosses, small quality of life updates, overhauled dungeons like Deadmines for example, and so much more. There will be new raids for sure in the future as well. All those changes are creating a complete new World of Warcraft Classic Plus experience. One that a lot of people, including myself, are waiting for years now. So, okay, enough overview of Project Epoch, let me tell you what I experienced during the second stress test. The first thing I noticed was a big number of players at the starting area. The stress test was in contradiction to the first test, open for everyone who wanted to try it out. On the first stress test we had about 500 players online. This time we had nearly 2k people online. 2000 people. When I checked it was 1800, but it seems like in between they hit the 2k player count. All of these players were in the same zone and the server is kept up. So this is great news. For a private server, this is also a really high player count, and it shows how much interest there is for this upcoming server. It seems like the devs kept it at 2k for the stress test, but I can't confirm this. Even with this high amount of players, the server felt stable. I had no disconnects during my time playing at all, but I noticed my first negative point about the server. My ping was between 40 to 50 milliseconds, which is still good and playable of course. But I had small lags in between while casting. Also, some NPCs took a second to react sometimes to me. Don't get me wrong, this is no deal breaker and on a stress test this is completely fine and normal. But I'm starting to feel a bit uneasy about the true launch on the end of the month when way more players will all start playing. Hopefully, the servers are able to withstand that big wave of players. As a veteran player, I experienced many server launches now, and we all know how Blizzard always underestimated the amount of new players, which led to server crashes and waiting queues. I hope the devs of Project Epoch are prepared for this. Okay, while I was exploring the new starting area, I found a lot of new quests, like this Warlock Troll quest here. This NPC told me to defeat familiars to get my first demon companion, Amin. This class quest is great implemented into the questing zone, because you have to defeat those demons anyway for another quest, and you have to go there later on again for chain quests. So, great usage of existing vanilla content, combined with new quest lines. I also found a new gathering quest to collect thistleweed, which goes really well together with the Cactus Apple gather quest. Really well thought through, something which I already noticed on the first stress test. Quest and game design on Project Epoch just feels so good to play, and once again it shows the love for the game from the designers. I can't wait to see all those new quests and storylines on my way to level 60. The high respawn rate of quest items like cactuses and thistleweed was also great adjusted for the big amount of players, so I was able to level up in a good amount of time once again without long breaks in between. You could basically just sit on a mob and camp it and you will be done with your quest in no time. Once again, I noticed new abilities on mobs like the Spore, which was charging me instead of simply auto-attacking. Also something I noticed very positively on the first stress test when I saw it. I'm really interested how dungeon and raid mechanics will be with these new changes in the future. Another thing I was really interested in was the racial ability of trolls and orcs. As an undead, you know you can turn yourself into an undead of your choice with body modification, which is just a cool roleplay skill. As a troll, you have a passive ability which is called Born Somebody's Judgment. Every time you die, there is a chance that Born Somebody, the lower of death, is mocking you for your failure. I said I wasn't able to test this out, but it sounds really fun. As an orc, you also have a death interactive passive ability which is called Logosh's Guidance. While you travel that, you will ride an embodiment of Logosh with its pack. Both of them sound like cool, immersive features which can make death more bearable. But I think the active abilities from undeads and dwarves are more fun. Because of the time limit, I sadly wasn't able to test them out. During my playtime, I noticed no bugs myself, which is good, but I heard a few things from other players. My friend Shielde, for example, was streaming, and I saw on his stream that he was animation locked during auto attacks on his hunter. It's not quite sure how this happened, if it was because of lag or something else. Maybe it's a small bug, maybe the devs were testing something in the background. It will be interesting to see how this will play out when the server finally releases. Some people also said they were not able to log in during some time window, maybe because of the cap of players to 2k. But all of this sounds like small bugs, which are not game breaking at all. Things like this are expected on a stress test, and I trust the devs to fix them on release. Let me know in the comments down below if you noticed something else. So, what's my conclusion for the short second stress test of Project Epoch? Once again, I had a great gameplay experience, and even when I was really tired because of my long car ride, I had so much fun playing the server. It had this magic of a new server release, and with all those new changes and stable experience, the server release is expected to be very promising. There were a few bugs as shown before, but those are all small things which are probably fixed on release. I hope the server is able to withstand the big amount of players on release, so I would love to get a better ping in the future since I'm playing in Europe and the servers are in the UK, so normally my ping should be better here, but maybe this will be fixed in the future too. We have to see. But there is one thing which is worrying me, and this is the competition from other private servers. This scene is known for their aggressive action against hype projects, and Project Epoch has a lot of hype. I hope it won't happen, but DDoS attacks could be something Epoch's devs have to think about. It would be a shame to ruin the launch experience and lose future players by not preparing the servers enough. But at the same time, I trust the devs. They seem to be really professional and they are probably ready for this. So I can't wait for the 26th of July to start playing on Project Epoch. What about you? If you watched until the end, give me an epoch in the comments below and let me know which class and race you want to play on release. I will do a class overview for every class with a deep dive soon. And I will also create guides and gameplay videos for Project Epoch in the future. I also do some content with my friend Shielde in the future. We will do some cool tier lists and leveling stuff. And I can't wait to start playing with all of you. Thanks for watching, and if you found this useful, consider to like and subscribe for more World of Warcraft Project Epoch content.